Okay, good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. We have 385 people in the room. I have just hit the record button, and we are going to make a start. Thank you so much for joining in. And hopefully this evening, we are going to explain quite a number of things that can help us in our journey. And to make it easier for us, I have our brother here, Mr. Akinyolu, who has also been able to benefit from this amazing opportunity. He has been here for a couple of years, and he has just told me fantastic things about the teacher training program, how it works, because I know that I shared this opportunity, I think around 2022, and he tried it the first time, it didn't work, and then he tried it again the next year, and he was able to come down, and he's now here doing amazingly well. Mr. Akiolu, can you introduce yourself? So what we are going to try and do tonight, we are going to talk about the teacher training opportunity. We'll talk about that, who can benefit and everything. And then we will now take some questions and then talk about study abroad in general. There are a lot of people that are trying to study abroad in different places. So we are also going to talk about that. I'm not sure where that is coming from, but we are going to talk about that as well, as I mentioned. So, Mr. Akiolu, good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. My name is Akin. So, just like Mr. Toiba said, I got that information on his Twitter handle around 2023. I gave it a try, though it was almost nearing the end of intake for that particular year. So I couldn't get in. I tried again when the opportunity opened in October, and voila, the following year I got on the program. And before I proceed, let me take this time to appreciate Mr. Adelodun for the good work you are doing in seeing that everybody is fulfilling purpose, pursuing purpose. And I can only pray that God's grace will continue to abide with you. All right. So without wasting much time, let's get on to the business of the day. So the program is called Initial Teachers Training, and it's an avenue just like the normal teachers training we have in Nigeria, where at the end of the day you have your TRCN. We have the equivalent of it here in the UK, QTS, that is qualified teacher status. So it's an avenue to train teachers for them to be able to teach in the UK. And since inception, the program has basically been funded, and just for international students, those that are willing or that are going to be teaching physics and languages. Languages, I mean modern foreign languages, basically French, Spanish, and German, are given funding. And the first time it started, I think those that qualified and those that finished their program were given IRP, that is International Education Package. But along the line, they stopped it at the second year. I was almost going to get in the second year, but I couldn't get in. So the third year, I got in. But by the time I got in, the IRP had stopped. And the IRP was to the tune of £10,000. Tax-free. You don't have to return it. It's all yours, apart from the bursary that you have for your program. But now it has stopped. And presently, for the funding last year for languages, the funding was 26,000. The previous year it was 25,000. Last year it was increased by £1,000. But now they have really reduced it, and it's around 20,000. It's £20,000 now. So for whoever is here and you are on this call tonight, I want you to really make up your mind that you are giving it all your best. You are giving it all your shot to try as much as possible to be on this program, because you don't know what might happen next year. They might stop the funding totally, because I think they are really getting the number of people they want to come into the teaching profession in the UK now. So just try as much as possible to see that you're able to try your best and get on the program. Thank you very much. Can we have the slide now, sir?
Thank you. Thank you for that brief introduction. And when I was thinking of doing this session, I was thinking, who are the people that I can bring in? And what I can tell you, being part of the audience, is that apart from my brother here, personally, I know more than 10 people that have been able to take advantage of this opportunity. There are some people from Ghana that got to know about it because I shared it around that time in 2022. Personally, my brother here himself, he has also supported other people to get in. Some of them got in. Was it this year that they got in or last year?
Yes, this year. And
Yes,
about 7 people are in now.
you can imagine. So it is an opportunity for us, and we are going to talk about everything that it takes from start to finish. I also have some questions that I'll ask him on your behalf, and we are going to leave the room for you to ask questions as well. One of the things that I have seen, and a lot of people ask me questions in the DM, they will say, can we get opportunity? Maybe somebody that studied biology, for example, they'll say, can I come to the UK to teach biology? Or can I do this? Or they will ask those kind of questions. But what I want you to know is that we do not control where this demand is. Every country in the world is recruiting based on the demand they have in their own country. In some countries that you will see globally, for some of them, it is nurses that they want at in high numbers. For some of them, it is engineers that they want in high numbers. For some of them, it is teachers that they want in high numbers. For some of them, it is care workers, the way we had it in the UK for like 2, 3, 4 years now before they stopped recruiting care workers from abroad. So we do not control these things. But what we can do, which is what we are doing now, is to see where the demand is and then share that information across and say, look, there is demand in this area, there is support in this area, and how we can all get through to take advantage of that opportunity. The UK get what they want in terms of highly skilled teachers that can teach in their schools. We get what we want in the sense of we get the training, we get paid for the work we do, and everybody is doing all right. So these are the things that we try to do when we put information out there. I'm just going to bring up the slide now. So please, there are some people that try to draw things on the slide when we share. Please try and not do that so that everybody can have a good visibility of what we are doing. Okay, let me bring up the slide. Some people are still trying to get in. I think we are near the end now. We are 475. Once we get to 500, the meeting is being recorded as well, so you can catch up on the recording just in case you miss some few bits in the slides or every other thing else. Trying to bring up the slides now. Okay, can you see the slide? Mr. Akin, can you see the slide?
Yes, I can see it. Yes, sir.
Can you see it? Okay.
Yes, I can. I can.
Let me start from the beginning. Right. Okay. That's where we are. So that was just like, okay. So just let me know when you want me to move to the next page.
Yeah, the next one.
The next page.
So yeah, this is Get Into Teaching UK. Basically, we are going to be looking at, let's start with the requirements, so that from the word go, you can know if you are qualified to apply or not. So for the requirement, next slide, sir. For the requirement, we have two for both languages and for both physics. So for languages, all you need is your bachelor's degree. And of course, it has to be in French or Spanish or German, as the case may be. Then if you are coming for physics, it has to be in physics. And if, for example, you did not major in physics, because I have someone here that did mechanical engineering and they were able to get in. So your module or whatever course you did during your undergraduate degree has to really show that you've done physics to an extent, probably about 50% of your coursework has to be in physics. Then the minimum grade is 2-2. The minimum grade is 2-2, both for languages and for physics. And of course, if it is found out that, okay, you have a very compelling personal statement, but it seems that your level or your knowledge of that particular subject, be it French or be it physics, is not very okay, they can propose to you to do SKE. SKE is subject knowledge enhancement. So it is for you to be really grounded in the subject you'll be teaching, for you to be prepared for the task ahead. So for SKE, it is also paid. SKE is paid. I know someone that did SKE for, I think, 24 weeks, and they were paid £175 per week. So coupled with what they got for the bursary, that is some extra money there. And it really helped them when they were going to relocate from Nigeria, because that fund was paid to them before they even left Nigeria. So that really helped them in processing visa, the IHS, and other things they needed to process. So basically, the requirements are your 2-2 at least in your first degree, then your first degree, that's bachelor's degree, and some people they got in through masters, with their masters rather. And I know of someone who has his PhD already, and he also got in on the program. So, but basically, the least you can have is a bachelor's degree and a 2-2 in your degree. Next slide, sir. Okay, so of course, the UK is very big on your whole level GCSE, as they call it here. So the equivalent of that is either NECO or WAEC. So it is expected that you have at least a C6 in your English and maths if you are coming for languages. But if you are going for physics, in all the three core science subjects, physics, chemistry, biology, you have to have at least C6 in all of those. Then C6 in English, at least C6 in maths. So if your certificate, for example, people that schooled in maybe Togo or some francophone country, has to go through translation or something. So you have to do the unique UK ENIC, that's the statement of comparability, where your result is weighed as to compare or to be in tandem with what obtains in the United Kingdom. All right, next slide, sir. Then, of course, the English language proficiency. Some universities would ask you to go and do IELTS, while some will just tell you to get a letter of English proficiency from your university where you did your first degree. But most universities here in the UK, they will waive IELTS for you, most especially if you are from an English-speaking country like Nigeria. For myself, they waived it for me, although I had done IELTS general, but of course that would not be used for academics here. So I was able to present NECO to them, and they took that in place of IELTS general. And that is just for this. It depends on the university, actually. It's not all of them that request you to present your IELTS. Some will take it, some will not take it. All right, next slide, sir. And of course, a very good way to sell yourself will be through your personal statements. You have to show genuine motivation. Why do you want to teach? Of course, some of us, the reason I want to leave Nigeria is just to get away from whatever harsh situation back home. But really, there has to be some motivation for you wanting to embark on that particular course. It's not just about you leaving, but really you have to show them that, oh, you can teach and you really want to teach. Then you demonstrate readiness and reflection, include evidence of teaching related experiences. For some people that do not have teaching experience, for me, before I came to the United Kingdom, I was working as an administrative officer. And of course, I was doing some part-time lecturing, but I needed to have that experience in secondary teaching. So I had to volunteer in one of the secondary schools in my area for about 3 months, and that really helped my application. So if between now and probably December, you can get somewhere you can volunteer before you put in your application, I think that will really help you. so that they would know that, oh, you really have that experience. Even if it's just a month, they just want to know that you have that experience of what it means to teach. And of course, in your personal statement, you have to show awareness of what being a teacher is in the UK involved. That is, you have to read about teaching in the UK, the teaching profession. They want to know your understanding of safeguarding, of diversity, inclusion, teamwork, and anything that makes education a profitable business in the United Kingdom. How you want to contribute to it, and what you have to offer. And of course, you have to link your academic background, just like we said the other time. If you have been studying mechanical engineering or any engineering course, you have to show them that, apart from the general engineering, you're able to teach physics to a great extent. You have great knowledge in physics and all. Then, apart from that, your skills, your personal qualities, are you able to manage situations? What is your style of leadership? How patient are you? Because when you get here, the level of behavior in pupils is quite different from what we have in Nigeria. In Nigeria, when a pupil offends you in class, you can shout on them, you can beat them, but here you dare not do it. So all those things you have to really portray that, oh, you are able to really manage your temperance, you are able to manage whatever behavioral defects you have in your class, and know how to bring the class to a standstill when you are teaching, in case in a situation where they are disrupting the class and all. They want to know your how organized you are. Then if you are coming for languages, they want to know your cultural awareness of the language you are learning or you are coming to teach. For example, you are coming to teach French, you have to know all about the French culture, their couture, the food, cuisine, everything about the French culture. You have to portray it in your personal statement. And of course, you have to show that ability that you can inspire learners. And of course, writing your personal statements, you should not depend solely on AI, because they have a way of checking all of these things. If you use AI solely for it, they will detect, and that might hinder your being admitted or being given admission to any of the universities. So you have to use clear English, confident English. You have to keep it very personal. Don't write anything generic. Let them know that, oh, this person is really writing from their heart. They are really writing about themselves. They are really giving us what we need to know about them. Thank you very much. Next one, sir. Of course, this would come much more later, probably after you have gotten your admission and you are preparing to come to the United Kingdom. The police clearance certificate, you can always get that from Nigeria. The reason I would advise that this be done towards when you are coming is that the police character certificate it has only 3 months validity. So if you do it now and your admission is coming up you are resuming in September, you might have to do another one. So it's always advised that probably you do it around July towards when you'll be entering the UK. So you will use this to process your DBS. The DBS is just like is equivalent to the clearance certificate too. Without the DBS, you might not be able to teach in any school here in the UK. In fact, you might not be able to do certain work here. Even if you are coming for care, you have to do your DBS. You have to be clear of any crime or anything that might want to make you be a threat to the populace or the people you are interacting with every day. Next one, sir. And of course, this is where I think our focus is on where everybody wants to find out. So for this year, like I said before, for languages, the funding is bursary is £20,000 and the scholarship is £22,000. One thing about this is you cannot have both. It's either you have the bursary or you have the scholarship. For the bursary, once you are given admission, you qualify automatically for it. While for the scholarship, there are bodies that are in charge. For the scholarship for languages, I think it's British Council that is in charge of that. Then for physics, it is Institute of Physics, physicist or something. I have it in the next slide. But for this year, the funding for languages has drastically reduced. It was 25,000, sorry, 26,000 last year, and year before last it was 25,000. So we don't know what might happen next year. It is possible that it's not up to this amount, or they don't even give it at all. So, like I said, whatever it is you can do, just ensure that you put your best foot forward and give it all your try and go for it. For the other one, physics, I think it's a bit down. For physics, the funding is 29,000 for bursary, while the scholarship is 31,000. And like I said earlier on, you cannot have the two at the same time. So it's either you automatically qualify for bursary and you apply for scholarship. So if you have the scholarship, you will not be given the bursary. And if you have the bursary and have the scholarship at the same time, you can only take either of it. So once you have the scholarship, you don't need to worry about the bursary. And the money is not given to you at a go. It is given in 10 installments. So for example, those that entered this September, their first installment is the first week in October. Then they have it up until for about 10 months in the course of their program. Thank you very much. Next one, sir.
Sorry, if I could ask a quick question about the bursary.
Yes,
So
sir.
is that the bursary that is the school fees, right? Which one is paid directly to the school? Which one is paid directly to you?
Okay. This is the arrangement for some schools. Some schools would ask you, for example, my school, they asked me if they would want me to, I would want them rather to use my bursary for tuition. And of course, it
Okay.
was a very good proposition. So I said yes. So what they did was, for each payment, now, for example, let's say the payment is 20,000. So each month you are getting £2,000. So they divide the tuition into 10 as well. So as soon as the money gets to them, it is the school that will disburse the money to you. It's not the
Okay.
government that will disburse it to you directly. So as soon as the
Okay.
money gets to the school, they deduct that part of the tuition, then they give you the remaining. So
Okay.
that is how
Okay.
you are able to cover the tuition for the whole program.
Okay. Okay. Is there any idea of how much the tuition is in general? Sometimes it could be less than that, right?
Sometimes it could be, it depends on schools.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I have another in one of this in the one of the pages on this slide.
Okay.
I was able to list out some schools that have tuition between 13,000
Mhm.
and 20,000.
Okay. Okay. That's
Yes,
perfect.
and
Okay.
we have some of them that are way beyond. For example, I think Oxford is around 40,000. We have
Right.
some,
Right.
yeah,
There's no
University
need
of
to go to
Reading.
Oxford.
Yeah, University of Reading. If you have the money, you can go to Oxford.
Yes.
University of Reading, University of I think Bristol, they are around 25,000. Those are
Okay.
quite on the high side. If you are coming
Right.
for languages, I would not advise you to go for those ones that are beyond 20,000. But if you are
Right.
going
Because of the money.
yeah, you are going coming for physics, yeah, you can probably go for those ones depending on what you like. But
Mhm.
if
Mhm.
you want to be economical about this, I think you should go for those that are way below 20,000. Thank you.
20,000. Right. 20,000. That's perfect. So let's keep going because I'm seeing the question is starting to trickle in.
Okay, I think we talked about this the earlier on, the eligibility
Yes.
for, yeah, you don't need to apply for it. So once you have been given admission by your provider, so we have universities, then we have some institutions that are not universities. We call them the course providers.
Okay.
We have some of them. I think lead seat or something. I have a list in the subsequent pages. So
Okay.
you don't need
Okay.
to apply. Once you have that admission and that course is eligible for this bursary, then you have it automatically. The next
No
one, sir.
worries.
Then for the scholarship, these are the two independent bodies that administer the scholarship. For languages, we have the British Council. Then for physics, you have Institute of Physics. So for languages, the scholarship is 22,000, and that of physics is 31,000. Look at the wide margin.
Like we said before, we don't dictate where the funding is. You see what I mean?
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
not in our hands, but we just want to understand where the demand is, where the funding is, and then we can apply accordingly. So you don't have to apply to these organizations directly. You just apply for the admission to the schools, right?
No, once you have your admission, once you
Yes.
have the admission, then you can go ahead to apply for the scholarship.
Okay.
You
Okay.
cannot, you have to be sure that you have the admission before you go ahead to apply for the scholarship. But
For the
for the
scholarship.
bursary, you don't need to apply, it comes automatically.
All right. But you are not sure if you are going to get a bursary or you are going to get a scholarship.
You are not sure of a scholarship, but you are sure of a bursary.
You are sure of a bursary. And
Yes, sir.
the courses that are eligible are physics and those three languages that you mentioned
Yes, for international students.
for
And
international
probably
students.
probably we have some persons here that have the status of home students, right? That
They
are
could take
Africans, but
advantage of that.
yeah, they can take advantage. And even for those ones, if you can just take me back to that place where we have the funding, sir.
One sec, one sec. Yeah,
Yeah, this
this one.
place. So if you have home status,
Yes,
so you are eligible. If you can take biology, you are eligible for to 5,000. For
yes,
chemistry, 29,000. Computing,
yes.
29, and on like that.
Yeah, those
But
are for home
basically,
students, not
yes,
for us, international,
not for us. So basically, the ones in boxes are for international students,
international
irrespective
students.
of whatever country you are coming from.
You're coming from. Okay,
And in addition, if you are coming for languages, you don't necessarily have to have a degree in languages.
okay,
You can be a native speaker and you are eligible for the for admission. If you are a native speaker, if you are a native speaker of Spanish, French, or German, you can be considered for admission.
okay. But that is what the school would decide when you apply.
Exactly. Of course,
Yes,
in your personal statement, you have to really convince them that you are.
that you are a native speaker and you are competent enough to
Yeah.
teach.
Yes.
Okay. Now we are now at the living expenses area.
Yes, I had to bring this out specifically for those that are doing that are interested in coming for languages. You have to worry about this before you even start out, because you don't want to have your admission and you get discouraged because there is no funding for you to um, provide maintenance for yourself during your stay in the United Kingdom. So they are very big on that. If you are not able to do your proof of fund and show them that you can take care of yourself for about 9 months with these funds, then you will be denied visa. So basic, in fact, you might not be able to get your CAS, that's a certificate of assistance of studies, if you are not able to provide this fund. So if you are going to be living outside London, for each month is £1,023 times 9. Then within London is 1,334 per month times 9. So
Okay.
yes.
So
So
this is the normal proof of funds that you do when you are trying to get a student visa and
yes,
things like that. Yes, yes.
yes.
Okay.
Next one, sir. So this is the site.
Yeah,
This is the
we'll jump on this website now as well.
yes,
We'll try and go to it so that people can see how it is to go and check through.
yes. So everybody can copy it, or you can screenshot if you like.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am very I know some people that would not give this out for people to actually apply.
Oh, why is that?
People really hate this thing
Yeah,
when I was
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So this is everybody should just write it out now.
Okay, that's fine. And what we are going to do as well, when we put the video on YouTube, I'll put the links under it so that you can find the link under it. You'll be able to just put my name on YouTube. You see my YouTube channel. I think I have about 9,000 following. All the Zoom sessions that we've done before, we've always recorded it and put it there. So when I'm going to upload this on YouTube, hopefully I'll do that over the weekend. All these links as well, I'll add it for you so that you have enough information to carry on.
Okay, so when you go through that link and it takes you to the home page, there is a place where you see secondary, you see primary, then you see secondary. You click on secondary, then you can use the filter. So basically what you should go for is visa sponsored schools that sponsor visa. You see that icon there under the filter,
Yeah,
because
Ms. Hakim, we can even go through the website quickly after this as well.
that'll be fine. We can
Yeah.
do that now. We can do that
Yeah.
before we move on.
Okay. Let me stop sharing first. Okay. Let me stop sharing. I hope we are enjoying the session so far. Please just put some comments in so we can encourage our brother here. He has decided to leave his work and time to come and explain this to us. And you can see that he's doing a very thorough explanation. I'm just trying to stop the play of the slides. And then this my show. Thank you, my brother, for doing this for us. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you too, sir.
Okay, let me just jump on that website quickly, because I've tried to open it as well so that you can all see exactly what is going on. Because these things we don't want to joke with them. They are amazing opportunities. And one of the things that happened, one thing I'll also show you after this, was that, you know, the way he's explaining it, that people from Nigeria can take advantage. People that are already here in the UK as well can take advantage of it. Last year, I was in University of Sunderland and I went to talk to them about postgraduate opportunities. And I shared exact thing my brother Akin just shared with us now. I shared the same process. This person was on post-study work visa and he was looking at his options after he finishes that 2-year post-study work visa. And he applied for one of these programs. He did 3 months SKE in physics. You can imagine. And he was able to get £29,000 funding for his program. Now he's going to finish that program. He's going to go on and become a teacher. So whether you are in Nigeria, you can apply for this. Whether you are already here, you can apply for this. And there is a particular one Mr. Akin is also going to share about early child training. That one can be a little bit difficult for people that is at home. But if you are here, you can also apply to that. So we are going to go online now and show you everything so that you are clear about what to do. And then after that, we are going to talk about generally about studying abroad. I'll show you some of the websites in Iceland and some of the things that you can look out for if you are planning. I know for us as Africans, it is very tough. We are looking for opportunities globally, you know, but we have to be very strategic when we are looking. You know, in Germany, public universities are free. But how do you apply? You have to be aggressive. Now, September, most of students have resumed in September. The next cohort is January. You know, even if you don't get the January of this year, have a detailed tracker of all these schools that you are looking at. Turkish government scholarship will probably start in January. British Evening Scholarship just finished probably a couple of days ago. You really have to be on the ball with these things because nobody is looking out for us. Just as we are trying to apply, people are trying to apply from India. People are trying to apply to this scholarship from all around the world. Nobody is looking out for us. That is why we have to take all of this information very, very seriously. If you go on my YouTube channel and see all the recording that I've done, it is all about opportunities, opportunities, opportunities. So please, let us do our best to make sure that we stay on top of this kind of information. So I'll bring up the website now so you can see exactly what he was talking about in that slide. And I believe apply for teacher Apply for teacher training. A second, I just want to copy it into the link and then we look at it. Okay, this is the same one I was looking at just now. All right, I'm going to share my screen now so that we can see exactly what is going on. Okay, Mr. Akin, can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, one of the first things I wanted to show was that you can see that even in the news, can you see that Sky News thing? Can you see that, Mr. Akin? Yes. So even in the news, they announced it October 7, 2025, just 3 days ago, the same day they announced it. He shared it with me. I saw it on the website. Then I saw that they announced it in the news as well, that the Department of Education is looking to attract more people with science, engineering background into teaching. One of the things that we must also recognize is that we are saying that physics and languages, French, German, and Spanish, we are saying those languages, they have funding. But this is also saying that if you are able to pay for it yourself, let's say you are able to pay for it yourself, and you can do the normal student visa that you would normally do, it is telling you that there is demand in terms of work after you finish this training. A lot of people will come to school and they'll finish their course and they don't have job when they finish. They are trying to find job and it is not easy. Where there is demand directly from the government like this, directly from the schools like this, it shows that it will be easier for you to get a sponsored job when you finish. Am I right about that, Mr. Akin?
Yes, sir. But I would say, I would say that there is competition here as well. Mm-hmm. And I think it's same for everywhere. So the earlier you get your information right and you start firing on, the better for you. So for us, we started our program in September and the school told us that as from January, we could start applying for jobs. So we started applying as far back as January. And of course, I would say as Nigerian, the Nigerianness in us, some did not come here to come and teach. Some just wanted to come into UK. I know of someone who is an optometrist. Yes, so he said he just wanted to come in and he's going to go and follow his dream. But for those that really want to teach, a lot of people have their jobs now in teaching. The same with me.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. So this is how the website looks like, as he was saying. Can you see the website now?
Yes, I can see it. So what I wanted us to see, can you just scroll down a bit, sir? Yes, where you have find a course to apply to. Yes. So you can scroll down, sir. Okay, let's get back a bit. Start now.
Start now.
Yes. So we need to be mindful of one thing. Find teachers training courses in England. So you cannot go for this program. Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are not eligible. So if you want the funding, it's basically for schools in England. So you have to put that in mind. All right. So we have primary, we have secondary. Can you click secondary, sir? So here, these are the subjects they have. So for example, let's look at physics. You can just pick physics. Yeah, scroll down, then find courses. Yes. So this is the filter here. The first part there says visa sponsorship. You can tick that visa sponsorship. So it will give you a list of schools that would sponsor your visa. Now,
that can act as your sponsor for your student visa.
Yes, sir. Sponsoring of visa does not mean they would pay for your visa. You have to,
Yes.
yes, you have to be mindful of that. I had that notion the first time I applied that, oh, they were going to pay for my visa, they were going to pay for my flight and all. No, it's not
Sorry,
going
Mr.
to.
Akin.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. I just wanted to make a quick observation here. You
Yeah.
can see that initially it is showing um 63 courses, 600. And please stop drawing things on the screen so we can see exactly what we are doing, please. I don't want to have to kick people out. We are about 500 in the room, 490. There are 96 people waiting outside that can't come in. So please let us be able to get to do this thing so we can get as much information as possible. So you could see that there is 643 courses before we clicked this. Once we clicked this, you can see that the number of courses reduced to 74. So if you are trying to apply for physics, that shows that 74 universities or schools that offer the teaching, you have 74 schools that you can apply to, where you
Yes.
can check each of them, check the fees, check everything, make sure you are happy, and you can apply to as many as possible because a lot of universities in the UK, they don't take application fee. That gives you the room to apply to as many schools as possible so that you can get the admission. And as
Mr.
Mr.
Toyib,
Aki,
sir.
yes, go
Yeah,
on.
before we move on, another thing they need to consider is if you scroll down, you will see where they have full time and part time. So you have to pick full time. And I think when we do that, it further reduces the number of courses.
Further reduces because we are not doing part-time because you are
Yes, it's
forming
full time.
international. You are an international
Yes,
student. You are not allowed to do part-time. And also, as he mentioned, this visa sponsorship, a lot of us that have been applying for student applications, we know it. It means that that school has the license to bring international students. It doesn't mean that they will do anything dramatic. You get what I mean? That is normal. Any school that can bring international students has the license to sponsor. That's exactly what they are saying there. So when we apply that filter for full-time, it still shows 74.
okay,
So
it
that
is
means that
that's fine.
all of them here, you can do full-time with them.
Yes. So this is a school here, University of Birmingham. So the tuition for home students, you can see the wide margin there. Home student is 9,350. I think that's across board for all the universities.
Yes.
Then for international students, this is 28,000. Imagine paying 28,000 out of 31,000. So that takes us back to where you have to do proof of fund for your maintenance. So
Mm, mm,
in picking schools, you need to consider schools with low tuition. Forget
okay.
the forget the fact that their standard might be low compared to what we have back in Nigeria. Whatever school you
Mm.
go here, you can be sure you've gone to one of the best.
Yes, yes, yes.
So let's put that into consideration.
So we can look as well. You can see Manchester is 24,000. You
Yes,
can see this one, Reading is 26,000. And that
yes,
goes back to the list that you showed us earlier. You can see
exactly,
Wolverhampton is 15,000. So
exactly.
if you are paying 15,000 out of the
31,000.
31,000, then that
You
means
don't
you
need to
have
do
this.
proof of fund again.
Yes, 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 yes. I can see what you're saying now. So are we getting a lot of value for this? Please put it in the chat if you are getting value from what we are describing. I hope you can see now. There you can go and apply to the school, and because everything is already detailed here, you can see exactly what they want from you. Bath is 17,000. You could see all of that.
And a good thing about this is even if you are coming for languages, it is the same amount you are going to pay.
What do you mean by that, please?
Yeah, I think they have flat rate for tuition.
All right, all right, all
Yes,
right.
they have flat
Okay,
rate for
okay.
tuition. So if you are coming, whether you are coming for languages or you are coming for physics, it's the same amount you are paying per school for any school you are choosing.
That is perfect.
So
That
for
is
those that
perfect.
are
So,
doing languages and your tuition is your bursary is 20,000 and at most with scholarship is 22,000. You have to be mindful of the schools you pick. I would not advise you to pick any school that is probably beyond 17,000, 18,000.
mhm, 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 mhm. because we are trying to manage money here now, so that
Exactly.
we don't run into roadblocks. And I hope you are able to understand that now. Should I go back to the slide?
Yes, sir, that'll be fine.
One of the things that I wanted to show as well, you could see here that this website where they talk about get into teaching, they talk about the SKE course as well.
Yes.
We are also particular about this. One of the reasons we've set this up is that a lot of our people that are here, some of us have challenges now that they've increased the amount of money that you need to get a job when you finish your school. This can be an opportunity for you to consider a career in teaching. If you are
Yes.
able to spend some time in your post-study work visa and apply for this, and you get on this program and you get funding, that is you getting a change of career, improving your chances to get a job later on, and you are able to, transform a lot of things, because that is where demand is. The same way there was demand in care, now there is demand here, and then you can apply and do it. Someone is asking to make it bolder. All the links, everything, I'll put everything in the recorded video, so you can have a look at it. So we're
Let
just
me
talking.
further reiterate on SKE. You mentioned that somebody did SKE here in the UK and they
Yes,
got the funding.
yes.
Well, if they forgot to mention to you, they will get paid for that SKE per week, and each week is £175.
He may not have put that details in, but that is what you can hear now from the horse's mouth.
I personally know of somebody that did about 28 weeks back in Nigeria before they came.
Wow, of SKE.
Of SKE, yes.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So please let us jump on board with this. Let me stop sharing, and then we'll go back
Before
to.
you already, okay, there's no
No,
problem.
no, no. Let
I
me
was
go
going
back.
to mention that there is a place where they can find advisors.
Yes, that's even perfect. That place is important because I saw
Yes,
it as well.
find advisors. So for everyone that is applying, it is free of charge. You have the services of advisors to leverage on. So they will be
Okay,
able to
where
advise you on the we have to go back to the main page, not here.
main page? Okay, is it here,
Can you scroll down a bit?
or it is in the get into teaching part?
Yeah, exactly. Get into teaching. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's somewhere here. It's somewhere
Yes.
here. Get an advisor.
Get a free advisor.
Yeah, get a
Yes.
free advisor. So you can register for that service. In fact, when I was applying for my own, they were calling me directly from the UK. I had series of meeting over the phone, email from my advisor, and what is sent to me for as a guide for my personal statement was quite helpful. And I've been
Mm.
able to share same with those that have put through on this program, and it was quite helpful to them as well. So
Wow.
with the advisor, you cannot go wrong. They will tell you, of course, some of them might not have some information that we have here, but whatever it is they give you will be an addition to whatever it is you have.
Perfect. Perfect. No worries. Okay. Let's go back to your slide.
All right, so
Stop sharing. Okay.
okay,
Can we see that now?
yes,
Okay. Let's get to that slide. Okay. So
okay.
we're talking
So
about the schools.
yes, I've been able to come up with a list from where we went the other time, where we did the filter. These are schools that do not have their tuition up to 20,000. All these schools here have tuition less than 20,000.
Please
Then,
do your own checks as well. Oh, check it just as they pasted it there. Check it, and check it again.
then for the ones that have in bracket zero deposit, it means they would not ask you to pay any deposit. They will not ask you to pay upfront for your tuition before they give
Okay.
you admission.
But are there some that they will ask you to pay some
Yes,
money before they give you
some.
admission?
I know of Canterbury Christ School. I know of University of East London and some other schools. You would have to pay about 5,000, some 7,000 before you
Wow.
were given your cards. Now, it doesn't mean you still do not have access to your bursary.
Mm-hmm.
That does not stop you from taking your bursary. So it's just more like you probably, if you are able to get some loans back home, you'll
Mm-hmm.
just get the loan. You can be sure, 100% sure that you will refund them when you start getting your bursary. It's just a matter of discipline. That's all.
Mm-hmm. 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 No problem. Thank you so much for clarifying that.
Okay, so this is the other one. So I don't know if there are any questions on the secondary teaching before we move to this one. And this is just about the only slide I have for this.
Okay. I think let us go through this one,
Okay.
because what I found out was that in this one, it will benefit a lot of people that are here more than people that are home. What do you think? But
Well,
run through it, then we'll chat
there are
about it.
there are two routes to this one.
Okay.
Now we have the graduate entry route and we have the graduate employment route. Now, the graduate entry route, I think this would benefit those outside of UK in that they'll be coming for the teachers training and they will be put on placement just like the one we've been discussing about. But the
Okay.
graduate employment route, that would be like a part-time course where you have to have a teaching job here. That is teaching children between the age of 0 and 3. More
Yes.
like auntie, teaching assistants, those ones like aunties that we have in Nigeria. So teaching assistants, teaching pupils in kindergarten and nurseries. So for this one, you would normally have your admission just like you having your admission for university. Then you are put on placement. And this one is also funded. The tuition generally for the EYITT is 7,000 and it's covered by the government. So once you have this one, you don't need to pay any tuition again. But you, in your personal statement and in your interview, you really need to show them that you are able to relate with little children. So I don't think it's everybody that can come into this. It is a very sensitive program. They don't joke with their little children here. So we
Mm.
need to really think it well, think it out before you do this. And a good thing about this, what I would probably advise is if a couple would be coming to UK and they both want to teach, while the husband is on physics or French, the wife can put in for this one as well. The wife can put in for this one. So they have two degrees in their bags by the time they finish 1 year and they have their jobs. So now for the bursary, this one doesn't have too much funding. For the bursary, if you have first class or your doctorate degree, the bursary is 5,000. I think it's flat. Then if you have two master's degree or a 2-1, it's 4,000. Then if you are coming with a 2-2 degree, it is 2,000. But basically, you'll be teaching pupils within the age range of 0 and 3 years. Yes, that's it. But for this one, yeah, I think you have to research universities that offer EYITT. You have to research universities that offer it and apply to them directly. You cannot apply through the get into teaching, just like the other one we've been talking about. So that is the only difference here. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Just a quick one on what you just mentioned. I have been looking at this just right now. And I'll bring it up now so a lot of us can see. what is going on with it. Let me just stop sharing, because when we get information like this, we have to double down. We have to look at the opportunities. And I always try to encourage us that research, research, research. There are people that are spending a lot of time on this thing that we are just talking about. We have curated everything now. We have supplied it. Please double down and do more research. The beauty of the internet is that what I am seeing here is the same thing that you will see when you do your research in Nigeria. So when you ask question, it's easier because you've done a lot of work already and you are asking particular questions that will move you forward, not basic questions of the things that you will see on the internet. Please, these opportunities are there for us. Let us try our best and get onto it. I'm just going to share this now. So this is the last opportunity our brother was talking about the become an early years teacher, EYTS, as he mentioned before. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So all the requirements as well, you can see that is there. And all those links will be added to what I'll put on YouTube when I paste, when I put the video. You can see the postgraduate training. Your course fees of up to 7,000 is covered by Department of Education and paid directly to the training provider. What else is there? Find early years
you
training
just scroll
provider.
up a bit. Is it shown? Yeah, you can see postgraduate employment-based training. This is for those that have their teaching job, that particular job, kindergarten and 0 to 3 years. They have that job already. While the other one is postgraduate route. So this is for part-time. The other one is full-time.
Yes, this is for the training. This is
Yes.
for people that are
So
working
for
already.
international students, I think we are more likely to qualify for the first one
For
than
the
the
training.
second one. Yes.
Than the second one. So, and there is also something here, non-UK citizens applying for early years training. If you are applying for early years training, there is information here that you would open up and check. You can see international students can be offered funded EYITT places as long as they meet the requirements. All the academic criteria for the EYITT course, that will be your application to the training provider and the
Yes.
relevant immigration permission. So every international student must have the right to work, to study or work in the UK, and must provide the relevant visa before they start their EYITT course. This is in line with the standard procedure for all international students. So the providers can find support on recruiting international students and the requirements needed. So that means that whoever is going to take you on that course, they must also have the license to sponsor your student visa, as we saw before. You get what we are saying now? So those are the bits that you add on into the research.
Yes, sir. Let me quickly answer someone's question here. The person
Okay.
is asking how important is TRCN to this application. Well, I would say that if you are coming for this program, even if you have your PGD back in Nigeria, I would not advise that you mention it to them that you have it, because they won't give you admission. So you are coming here to do PGCE, which is equivalent to PD or PGD. And if they find out that you already have it, then they don't see any reason why you should come. So there is another route for you that you might have to take, which is the one that you have to use your TRCN. And that one is quite expensive. You have to wait for a long time, and getting a teaching job from outside the UK is not quite easy. So I would advise that if you are coming on this program, just do away with your TRCN, do away with your PGD. Just let them know what you have is your first degree or your master's degree, as the case may be. So at the end of your program, you have PGCE plus QTS. QTS is equivalent to TRCN. So as TRCN is to Nigeria, that is what QTS is to the United Kingdom. Then somebody is asking if as skilled worker, I don't know. I think Mr. Toy will be able to answer that, if they are eligible to public funding. I don't know, so I can't say anything about that, please. Thank you.
Okay. What is that? What was the question about?
Is it, please, for those of us on skilled worker visa, can we access free funding?
This is not free funding. There is a list that you need to check. And I do not think this one, because there is something they call public fund for immigration purposes. So I do not think the funding for this kind of program is a public fund for immigration purposes. I do not think so. But you need to check that list and verify. You see what I mean? There are some training that you get, and it is not public fund for immigration purposes. In fact, you can just go on Google or you can put it even on ChatGPT and check what is public fund for immigration purposes. If it is not on that list, that means you can also access the program.
Mr. Toyib, sir.
Yes.
One of my brothers here,
yes,
is currently on this program. So on the chat, he's saying if he could make a comment that he has information for those on other science programs. I don't know if that is possible. Can he raise his hand?
If I could find him, what's his name?
Abdurrahman Ibrahim.
1 second, I'm just trying to find him. It depends on, okay, I think I found him. AI, that's what he uses, Abdurrahman. There's only one Abdurrahman Ibrahim here, so. Abdurrahman, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Toib.
Good evening, my brother. Please go ahead.
Good evening. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
No worries at all.
Thank you, Mr. Akin.
It's all right.
Yeah, here when I came into UK, it was one that hosted me, welcoming here. I'm in for the program.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
I got the same information as far back as 2023 from your Twitter handle as well.
Oh.
Yes. And I've been into it. And last year when I applied, I and Mr. Akin have been in communication. We've been communicating. And by the grace of God, I'm in. And
wow.
I just came back from my placement a few hours ago. Wow. So regarding what I just mentioned, usually for international students, it's languages, just like Mr. Akin has explained, languages and physics that can benefit. But I know someone who is not qualified for the bursary, but they were he got the admission, but they were able to, he spoke with the after the admission, he spoke with the PAT, that's personal academic tutor, before resumption, and they've reduced the school fees to what the natives are paying, to 9,000. So instead of 17,000, whatever that we're supposed to have paid, without maybe if we don't have bursary, so they've reduced this much. So in one way or the other, there is bursary, there is a kind of scholarship for that person too. So it happens.
That might depend on school.
Yeah, exactly. It depends on school. So what I want to advise is those in other courses too can try. Like those in science courses like physics, mathematics, and computing is in high demand up to now. Though I'm in languages, and they have reduced. Like I benefited 26,000, but now they've reduced it to 20,000 pounds for next academic session. So, but for this one is still there, the physics. So you can still negotiate, and you shouldn't give up. Like, okay, possibly because they said they will not give international students, they will not give. Then I also know a Nigerian who is here with us here, is studying religious studies, Christian religious studies. That's what she did. They've reduced, instead of 17, I think she's paying 12,000. She doesn't have bursary. So in one way or the other, it's all about negotiation and, the motivation as well.
And the school as well. Like you have to push the boundaries of these things.
Sometimes you don't just go with, because the ones in high demand, like physics, and you don't. So it's not necessarily that you must study physics in the in university. I know someone who studied biomedical engineering, and is here. People in engineering can fit into it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the little I just want to add to what Mr. Akin has. Is my mentor.
Oh wow! Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you, thank you so much.
So
Thank you so much.
Well, I think Ibrahim might be offended if I say this, but I still have to mention it so as to encourage other people. Mr. Ibrahim here has a PhD back in Nigeria.
Wow. Wow.
Let me just stop at
Wow.
that.
He's a very senior person.
Let me stop at that.
Wow.
So having your PhD doesn't stop you from coming to teach in the secondary school year. It's all about passion anyways. And of course, what you really want.
well, as Mr. Akin said, we started the journey together in 2023. And through Mr. Toib, we saw the advert. In fact, then there is what we call IRP, International Relocation Fund.
Yes.
I get to know Mr. Akin and one other person. We were three. We apply in the same university. We get to know each other. And they picked some of us at that time, which everything was around 35,000. That when you just arrive, they give you 10,000 for free. And your school fees is sorted, you still have certain because then school fees was 14,000. I have 25,000 as school fees. I also have another 10,000 for my visa processing and others. But in one way or the other, I even also got scholarship at that time. But when is not time, in one way or the other, something will happen. So the following year, I was not that discouraged. Mr. Aki pushed it and he was there. So, and when he told me he was there, he encouraged me, and me working in, teaching in the university, back in Nigeria, I felt like becoming a teacher again. But in one way or the other, I just found, have to motivate myself, encourage myself, and see that, just follow your heart and do what you think is right for you. So it's all about pushing, it's all about negotiating. So even without courses without a bursary, in summary, you can still try in one way or the other. You might be lucky, you might not have bursary in quotes, but you might have some funding, maybe a kind of assistance from that will reduce some part of your money. Then I also want to advise that you email the university sometime, even before the admission, and negotiate
Exactly.
about payment. Like
Exactly.
Mr. Abdurrahman,
yes.
please, I'm very sorry for stopping you there. This is one thing I always beg people to do. A lot of us are very scared to send email to admission office.
Exactly.
Back in the day, when we were applying for admission, I'm talking about 20-something years ago, if I open my email to you, you will see hundreds of emails, thousands in particular. We'll be emailing admission office, they'll be replying back, in fact, some people, you have a close relationship with the admission officer in such a way that before you even apply anything officially, they've told you what to do. Do not be scared to do this thing. You are the one that is looking for opportunity. Send email to the admission office. There was one billionaire in the US, I was reading a story. He said he's from India. He said when he got into, and this was like several decades ago, he said when he got into Carnegie Mellon, that was the university that he went, he said there was no money in his hand. But because he had always been emailing the admission officer knows him one-on-one. So when he got to the office, he was like, hey, I am here. Oh, this is the thing that is happening. Oh, try as much as possible and build that relationship. These people are not robots. They are human beings like you as well. And when they see that you actually have passion for the job, and as Mr. Aki was talking about your personal statement, they see that this person is actually interested in the job. It boosts your personal relationship. It boosts your communication with the admission office. So don't hold back. There are more than 70 schools there that you can apply to. Send email to as many of them as possible. Build a relationship, and it will enhance the process for you.
Yeah, Mr. Toib, let me tell a personal story regarding this email, how it works. in 2023, when I had a better chance of even having more, when there was more money for me, we saw your post. We were ignorant. 25,000 for languages, 10,000 for international relocation. We thought you just get the money when you have admission. We didn't plan for any money down and whatever. So when
Exactly.
I got admission at what was the
Bolton
university, Mr.
University.
Akin?
University of Bolton.
University of Bolton. So when I got admission, we were told to pay a kind of deposit, which was £3,000, then 3 million naira. As university lecturer, where I go get that one? So I have to struggle, to look for that money, because while we were applying, we were not planning for money. We thought when you have it, you just have it and you are going. So within few months, I was looking for £3,000. Then £1 was 1,000 naira or so. So which was just around 3 million naira at that time. So when I got the money, it was already late. Admission was, 1 week to admission. I requested for extension. They didn't give me. I got scholarship. In fact, a lot of opportunity, but because I was not prepared for it, and the thing came very late when we saw your post, and the whole thing was very short. So before coming here, this last one, I have to email the universities. Would they allow me to use my bursary for my tuition, because I don't have money? So would they allow me to use my bursary for tuition before even applying? So some universities accepted, some in their whatever they say you pay, but some have accepted. About 3 of them accepted.
Can you
But
quickly give us the names of those 3 universities so that
okay,
people can take note? Yeah.
Bath University, Bath Spa. I got
Yeah.
admission there, and they've allowed me to use my bursary, though by their own whatever they said no. But when I negotiated after my interview and I was accepted, they said, well, I can use it. The University of Worcester, that one, that's where I am now. Then Bristol University, that one too I negotiated. University of East London rejected, because I got about 4 universities where I was admitted, and I was to select which one is best for me before later accepting. Sometimes the school fees might be higher, but there are some other opportunities that you need to look at before you choose the universities where you want to go. So emailing the university, and sometimes negotiating why they need to do that, because the money is in their hand. The government paid them the money. Your money is with them. So and they are to give this money in chunks, in 10 installments. So why can't they just take their own, the remaining part, and give it to me? So sometimes but since they want money, they want you to pay that deposit. But when you negotiate, some universities will agree. So this from personal experience, and I think we can opt for that as well.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you
So
so
they
much.
say your money is in their hands, guys. Don't snooze. Collect your money.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Akin. Thank you so much. For the questions that have been coming in, people have not been putting question in the particular question box. They've just been putting it in the chat. We will take as much questions as possible, but we were also trying to cover generally studying abroad. I'm not sure if people are ready for that. Let's say, for example, what we've explained here now, you think it is not for you, and you are thinking of studying abroad in different places. Like I've always said, study abroad, it's particularly dependent on money. Money is the biggest factor in this. A lot of people have talent, they have good grades, they have everything. You can see our brother
Mr.
here, Mr.
Tari, please,
Abdurrahman. Yes,
before you go into the, can I just say this is going to be
yes,
within 10 seconds. Okay,
no
this is
problem.
this is the only this program, Get Into Teaching, will give you opportunity to come with your family.
Exactly.
You
That's
can
the
come
thing
with
that
your
we've missed
family,
out.
despite the
Yes.
visa ban for masters and whatever. This can allow you to come with your family, your wife and
Yes.
your 10 children. You are allowed to come with them if you have the visa, the visa money.
If you are able
Be-
to do your proof of fund as well.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it is a government-sponsored program. It is a
okay.
government-sponsored program. And
Yes.
if you're on a government-sponsored program, you are still allowed to bring your family with you when you are doing your masters. Thank you for reminding us of that, because we talked about it when I did the intro, but we just didn't talk
Yeah,
about
I
it
was
now
going to
since.
mention it as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rahman.
Thank you so much, Mr. for the opportunity.
Thank you, my brother. Keep winning. And for a matter of fact, for all of you in the space, I have not met the two of them before. We haven't met. I haven't seen them face to face. You see what I mean? And that's the power of the internet. That's the power of putting information out there. So please, let us carry on supporting each other. Let us carry on to share opportunities with each other. As I was saying before we go into questions, I'm not sure if we are going to be able to go into study abroad proper. So I was saying, money is always the biggest factor, whether you want to study abroad. It is money. If you have rich parents or you have rich uncles or anything, all these things are very, very easy. But for people like us, it means we have to be very alert. We have to be very alert in terms of information. You must have like a small tracker where you are looking at different opportunities from all around the world. And also, do not let language be a barrier for you. Let me give you an example. Germany, right now, even up until now, Germany public universities are still tuition free. You see what I mean? And some of those public universities, some of them do English. They teach you in English language. You can check through all of them, see the one that aligns with you. They also have their own proof of funds, which is different from the UK proof of funds. But if you are able to get there and the tuition is free, as I mentioned, you are only going to be looking after living expenses. Check out those things. Some of them, the admission might be closed now. Some of them are just about opening. Have those details in a tracker and keep them there, because you don't know which one is going to be the one that will give you the opportunity that you want. Czech Republic as well is tuition free, provided you can study in their language. If you want to study in other languages, I know there is this thing, because we speak English, all of us want to come to the UK or to America or to Canada. When I went to Portugal as well, I met a lot of people from Angola there. When I went to France, a lot of people from Senegal, from Mali. We always want to go that way, because they speak our language, we speak their language, and it is easier. But trust me, if you don't let language be your barrier, so people have gone to do B2 in German just to be able to get opportunities in Germany. You can see this one now that we are talking about, opportunities for people that speak the language or that went to school to study the language. So don't hold yourself back. Look around, check around. Turkish government scholarship is starting in January 10, if I can remember from the top of my head. Check that out as well. There are always opportunities going around. Please don't say, because this one does not work for me, then I'll give up on my goals. It is not easy if you don't have money, but that doesn't mean opportunities will not be there. Someone like me, I'll always share anything I see, I'll bring to you so that we can continue to jump on these chances as they are coming. So let's run through the question. The explanation was so detailed. At least we spent one and a half hours here. So let us run through the questions as they are coming in. I'm not sure how many we are going to take, but we'll take as many as possible.
All
Someone
right,
is
sir.
asking, can one still bring their family if it is self-funded? You would not be able to, unless it is masters in research, because masters in research is the one that you can bring your family when you are doing masters in the UK. But the reason why you are able to bring your family is because these particular courses, physics and languages, are government sponsored. Am I right, Mr. Akin?
Yes, you are right, sir. Then going back
Okay.
to what Dr. Ibrahim said the other time, for those that are already here and they were able to negotiate with their universities, the fact that the universities considered them in making them pay less tuition does not mean they can bring their dependents. But basically for languages and for physics, because funding is open to international students, you can bring your dependent. All you need to do is just to do your proof of fund, and that will be settled.
Okay. Question. Someone is asking for my YouTube channel. I will drop it in there now so you can have it. That is where the recording is going to be. 1 second. I'm just going to drop that there. Okay, I've dropped the YouTube channel there. Mr. Akin, people are asking for your details. If you are able to give us email or whatever you are able to give us, please let us know. Someone is asking, my son wrote SAT. I mean, we said there will be room for Q&A, so we can take as much Q&A as possible. Someone said, my son wrote SAT in August this year, and the score is 1,460. Congratulations. That is a very, very good score. So what is next for him? What is next for him is to apply to universities. There were some universities I posted at some time. One was Clark University in the US. One was Boston. Was it Boston? I'll find those details. What you want now is to look for schools that give presidential scholarship. You know, there's something we call full ride scholarship for international students. Full ride scholarship for international students. So you research on those schools, and then you will tell SAT to send your score to that school. SAT might charge you another small amount. You send your score to that school, and then you start applying to process the application. Some of them might ask for English, test of English as a foreign language. Some of them might ask for the transcript. But what we want first, a school like Clark University, you want to get there and apply to Clark. And I think that other school is Boston. I think it is Boston, but I'll check through and find out. And you want to apply to those schools as well. There is a session that I did on YouTube. If you go on my YouTube channel, there's a session that I did where I shared some schools that can give. There's another school, University of Notre Dame. It's just coming to me bit by bit. Watch that session that I did on YouTube. I went through some schools' websites and I showed exactly what you need to do. Each school is different, but generally they will ask for personal statement, as we have seen. They will ask for, some of them might ask for English test. They will ask for your SAT score, and they will ask for transcript, secondary school transcript. So check through that, watch that session that I did on YouTube, and then we will catch up at some point on it. I'm trying, like, there is a lot of demand for community, for opportunities to ask questions, and I am working on setting up a community where I'll be able to deal with all these inquiries full time. It will be a paid community, and I am working on that. I'll get the information out as soon as possible. It will not be unbearable, but it will give us an opportunity to cover a lot of costs. This Zoom that can help us take 500 people, it comes at a cost every month. The visuals and so many things that we do behind, it comes as a cost. But now we have scaled, we are big, and for us to be able to do this consistently, I think we can form a community where we are able to deal with these things as quickly as possible. But I'll put the information out. I'm still working on the modalities, and we'll get that across. So please let us do that. Okay, questions. I'm a qualified teacher status from South Africa. Can I apply? Now, as Mr. Akin was saying, you don't want to talk about that QTS at that point. Is that not what you said, Mr. Akin?
Yes.
Yes.
But I think that there is another route for those that have TRCN and those that have QTS. They call that one IQTS. I have not explored that option yet, but I think one, it's time consuming and it's money consuming, because you have to wait till you probably get a job in the UK. And like I said initially, it's not quite easy getting a teaching job from outside the United Kingdom, because you have people here on ground already. So they will rather consider those that are in already before they consider those that are coming from outside. So I think if you are coming on this course, it's better you just keep silent on your QTS or your TRCN and just get in first.
And getting first. Thank you,
Yes.
thank you, thank you so much. When am I dropping the video on YouTube? I'll try and drop it in this weekend. It's very packed this weekend, but I think Zoom will send it to me probably as soon as we finish or by tomorrow morning, and then I'll download it and put it on YouTube. Aminola is asking, do I need to do proof of fund if the tuition is not that much? You need to do proof of fund for your living expenses. Am I right, Mr. Akin?
Yes, you need to do proof of fund.
For
Except
your
if,
living
except
expenses.
if you're, for example, you are doing physics and your tuition is not up to 20,000. So if at all you be doing proof of fund, you don't need that much. But even at that, if your school is outside London and you are paying 1,035 thereabout per month, that should be around 9,000 plus for the whole year. So with your physics, if you are coming for physics, you might not need to do any proof of fund again, except you are coming with your family and you have to do proof of fund for each person you are bringing in.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Is it only through the gov.uk training teacher website that we can apply? You apply directly to the university. That is just giving you a concentration of all the schools that you can apply to.
Sorry, sir.
Yes?
No, sir. For this particular course, secondary teaching, you have to apply through Get Into Teaching. That
Okay,
link is
okay,
sent. You have to apply
right.
because they regulate your admission from there.
Perfect,
Now,
perfect.
one good thing about the admission is you have the chance of applying to 4 schools at a time and about 16 or 20 schools thereabout for the whole period. So
Pardon
if
me
you,
there, oh, I didn't know.
it's all right, sir. So if you need to apply through that website, not through the school website. But for the other one, the EYITT, I think you will apply through the universities, not through the gov.uk.
Okay, so
Yes.
now that you hear it now, apply through the gov.uk website to the schools that were shown on the website. Thank you for that question. Semia, that actually gave us a breakthrough. I had a different impression before. I didn't apply myself.
It's okay.
What about someone with QTS and mathematics degree in the UK? What advice can you give?
With
Okay,
QTS and mathematics in the UK, I think you don't need to go back to school. Just go and look for a job already.
be aggressive with looking for a
Exactly.
job.
You will
Very,
get
very
you
aggressive.
will definitely get one.
Go to teacher events as well. This is
You
one
can
part
go
that a lot
to
of
some
people
of these
miss.
websites, tes.com, test.com,
Yes.
tes.com. Now it's not limited to jobs in the UK. You have jobs outside the UK, Monaco, Qatar, Dubai, where you get paid dollars. You pay tax-free money, yeah, you get tax-free salaries and all. So it's not limited to UK job opportunities alone. Then you can
Okay.
try eteach.co.uk, eteach.co.uk, tes.com, eteach.co.uk, those 2 websites.
Okay. Thank you so much. Do I need proof of fund for dependent if the tuition is less than the bursary? I think we've explained this already.
Yes.
After studying on the teacher route, is there a post-study route? After studying on the teacher route, they are asking.
Well, the course itself is a post-study. Is there a post-study? Yes, there is.
Post-study work visa, I mean the
Yes,
2
there
years
is.
post-study
Yes,
work
yes,
visa.
yes, 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 yes. There is. So it's either
Okay.
of two things. It's either you get a skilled worker visa or you get a postgraduate study visa.
Okay. Okay. Post-study work visa. With my BA in French, am I eligible to apply for the program? And will it qualify me to teach French?
Definitely.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. As there is somebody in the group as well that is also helping us to answer it.
I think I answered a few of them.
All right. For a Nigerian, do we still need to do comparison of certificate when we apply? I think that is more dependent on the school, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's dependent on the school. Okay. Can people in UK apply? I think we've covered this already, that people in the UK can apply. One of the things that I wanted to show you earlier, if I can just show this quickly, just 1 second, and I'll show this quickly. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this was the testimonial I got from someone when I went to Sunderland. I think I shared this before. I went to Sunderland last year. That person was here. That person was thinking about post-study work visa. He was on post-study work visa. He didn't know what was going to happen after that. And I shared this opportunity there, same way I shared it online, and Mr. Hakim was on it. He went there as well. He applied, PGCE with QTS to train as a physics teacher. He did the SKE, they gave him SKE, and he got £29,000, 17,000 pounds for the tuition. And, he was just extremely grateful. So that was last year. And now they've renewed the opportunity. That's why we are doing this again, sharing it for you so that you can also take advantage of it. We don't know when they will tighten the tap. If
In
they
fact,
get,
I think they are beginning to tighten it now.
you can see what we mean.
Because
So
look at the drastic reduction from 25,000 to 20,000. Last year they added 1,000, but this year they removed the 6,000 entirely
you
from
can
it.
imagine. You can imagine. So these things, we don't control it. We only look for where the opportunity is. You can see when President Trump said that this visa that they used to get, he put 100,000 on top of it. That will affect a lot of people. That will affect a lot of people in India, for example, because they are the ones that supply so many of tech talent, even much more than Nigerians. But these are the things that are coming up. You can see the politicians here as well, making rules. We don't have control over these things. We just have to look at when the opportunity is there. When I came to this country, schools don't used to take deposit. Back then, that was why I was able to come to the UK. If they pay deposit, where will I see that kind of money? So you can understand that as an African, we are at a huge disadvantage if we want to get all this world-class education and be able to, it is demand. Some people were able to take advantage of the care route when the care was busy and they were able to come to work in the economy and support their families. But sometimes when they just tighten the tap, it's not that God is against you or your prayer is not being answered, or it is just the economy as it is. So please don't take it personally, and let's just support each other and continue to help each other. That's the way we can see it. Okay. So how does the interview process work? Can you shed light on that, please, Mr. Akin?
Okay, once you've applied and they schedule you for interview, two major things they want to know. One, for my own, the interview, it depends on the school actually, but the one that got me the admission, they told me to prepare a lesson that I could teach a particular year group, I think for year 9 or year 7, in 30 minutes. So you have to run through that slide in about 5 minutes. Imagine a lesson you are supposed to teach for about 30, 45 minutes, and they're asking you to run through it in about 5, 10 minutes. That is the first part of it. Then the second part, they want to ask you questions about teacher standard. So that is where you need to really show them about what you know about safeguarding in UK, what you know about teacher standard in UK. So before your interview, you need to read ahead into those things. Read about safeguarding in UK schools, read about the UK curriculum. Then for me, my school gave me some materials to read ahead of the interview. I think that's quite helped me. So you might be lucky to have same. They will give you some pre-interview tasks to do. So that will prepare you ahead for the interview. What they really need to know is they want you to show your confidence. They want to see that can-do ability in you. And I think that would really give you a slot if you are able to portray those. Then of course, smile at them a lot. Yes.
Thank you so much, my brother, for that brilliant explanation. And one thing we also want to take note of that is that you cannot put together an application that is substandard. Please, when you are applying, whether you are applying for jobs abroad as well, I get a lot of questions for people that are applying for jobs, but sometimes we treat it the way we treat jobs in Nigeria, and then we say, can you help me find a job? You can actually look for a job for yourself. You can actually research the company. Let's say you are applying for Balfour-Beatty, you can research Balfour-Beatty, you can research the kind of projects Balfour-Beatty is doing right now, so that if you eventually get to scale the interview, you are able to talk about UK laws. You are able to talk. It will be like It will be crazy for you to want to apply to a job and you have no idea what the company does. When the person that is interviewing you has like 20, 30, 40 years experience. You see where I'm coming from? Thank you for that explanation. As it is in teaching sector, that is how it is in every other industry as well. HND in electrical engineering, can you apply to teach physics? I believe you have a lot of physics lectures that you will have, but some schools might want you to do the ECTIS evaluation. Is that the case, Mr. Aki?
Yes, if you have physics, you can. If you have a HND, did you say HND?
HND in electrical engineering.
Well, let's go back to what Mr. Ibrahim said the other time.
Yes.
Try to send them a mail first,
Mm-hmm.
because the requirements are stipulated in the gov.uk is that you have to have your bachelor's degree, not HND. But you can send them a mail, and it might be a plus for you, probably if you have a postgraduate diploma that is probably pointing you towards another discipline or something. But I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
I'm not certain, but try to send the school a mail first for you to know
Try
what
to
to
send the
do.
school an
Yeah.
email. Okay.
Then
What are
let me
the
quickly answer this about SKE. Someone was asking, how do they go about getting SKE? Now, one thing is, it is the school that determines. They view it. They how will I say? They assess you through your interview session. They want to know, because I said initially they will give you pre-interview task. So it is how well you are able to really do it that will determine if they think they like this candidate, but their knowledge is not that profound. Okay, let's offer them SKE. Or probably you can also negotiate your way into it. But you should be sure you really can do it. If you are asking for SKE, you are being given SKE, you really need to put yourself to it and do it. Because most of the time, it is something you have to do over the internet. It's not until you get here. You do it back at home before you are given your admission at all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. There are a lot of people here that are asking questions about different work opportunities that are not even related to what we are talking about on this session. I do understand your concern, but I want to also ask a question. How well are you using the #1 job platform in the world? And I'm talking of LinkedIn here. How well are you using LinkedIn? How well are you connecting with people that are doing like things that are related to your work? That place is still a place where you can connect with professionals. That place is still a place where you can get recommendations. That place is still a place where you can see opportunities. Please do not sleep on it. I just added my LinkedIn profile to the chat. There are
Let me add
sometimes,
something. Okay, sir.
yes,
After you, sir.
yeah, there are sometimes I see some jobs. It's sometimes difficult for me to transfer it from LinkedIn to Facebook or to Twitter or to any. I'll just reshare it with people that follow me on LinkedIn as well, so that they can take advantage of it. There are some things that you just see and you just reshare. That is still the #1 place to look for work professionals, where people are talking about work, they are talking about things like that. Do not sleep on LinkedIn, my people. Africa, Nigeria as a whole, we have been somehow not part of the global economy for a long time. Internet is what brought up more opportunities to us in such a way that we can now relate with people from all around the world. That was what I spotted in 2003 when cyber cafe started coming up. I was like, whoa, this is a life-changing opportunity. And you will see that you find me on LinkedIn, you find me on Facebook, you find me on Instagram, you find me everywhere. But there are some areas where if you are looking for work, there are some apps you need to have. Don't sleep on LinkedIn, please. There are jobs there. You can even use it for research for different companies, for different profiles. Read people's profile, look at them, see what they have done. There are some online courses that they've done that you can also do that will boost your profile. Please, let us not sleep on this. Go ahead, my brother, please.
Yeah, I was just going to add to what you said about LinkedIn. When I finished my PGCE, I updated my profile, and a lot of recruiters have been in my inbox telling me
Hmm.
they would like to interview me, they would like to offer me jobs and all. But luckily, I already had one before I even finished my program. So there was no need contacting them or giving them any audience. So it's a good one if you are able to have an active profile on LinkedIn. You get those information. Even there are openings in my university that I get on LinkedIn that are not even on the university website.
Wow. 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 Look at that. And you remember at the beginning, he was talking about that there is competition as well. So if there is competition, you must be in places where you can get more opportunities. Please let us connect. Let's follow people that are sharing stuff. Let us be there. I am always sharing anything I see on any platform. I will share it. Some of them are not meant for me, but for people to be able to see it and be able to take advantage of those opportunities. Someone is asking, please respond to this. For someone who already has QTS here, can I still apply? I studied economics education, did masters. So we have particularly mentioned that, I'm not sure which part of the session you caught. We have particularly mentioned that where there is funding is physics and languages. If it is not physics and languages, then you will have to fund the training yourself. We've mentioned that funding is in physics and languages,
Except you have home student status.
except you have home student status, which means that you are here, you've got indefinite leave to remain and stuff like that. Then you can get grants from the government. But if you studied physics, if you studied economics and you want to teach, you will have to apply to jobs regularly. And that's where the LinkedIn comes in, because that is where you find a lot of teachers. That is where you find a lot of head teachers. That is where you find a lot of deputy head teachers. That's where you find teaching communities. And Mr. Akin also talked about TES and all of those websites where you can apply for teaching jobs. I'm not standing here saying it is easy. You will apply to a lot. Like even myself, that I've been living in the UK for 17 years, if I lose my job today, sometimes I could apply to around 70 to 100 jobs before I get the one that will give me the role. Now imagine you applying from outside the country. So please, it is not easy, but it is possible. Draw an Excel tracker, know all the schools. You know, there is a place where you can find all the schools in the UK. Once you know all the schools, then you can now go and check the schools that have the license to sponsor. Who are their head teachers on LinkedIn? If you go on LinkedIn and you type the name of the school, you can click people and you will see all the people that work there. You know, develop relationship with them, follow what they are doing, have an understanding about the schools themselves. The more you do all this research, the easier it is for you to get a job. You just get one interview and you'll be able to blow them away with the amount of research that you have done. I'm not saying it is easy, but please let us double down in that way, and hopefully we'll get more and more chances. Someone is saying, should we dwell more on DBS? Please, my brother, how does that work?
Well, the once you have your admission and you've resumed classes, the university is going to make provision for that. You might have to pay though, but everybody get to do their DBS at the same time. So the university is going to put you through on that. You don't need to worry about DBS before you get to UK. And like I mentioned initially, it's very equivalent to police character certificate that you obtain from Nigeria, and that is only valid for 3 months. So you can always get your PCC just about 3 months or maybe a month to you leaving Nigeria, so that you can use it in processing your DBS once you get here. So don't worry about DBS if you are not yet in the UK.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. We need the government website to apply. I will be adding that to all the I'll be adding all those links when I upload it on YouTube. Just put my name on YouTube. You see my YouTube channel. Hopefully by this weekend, I'll upload the session. Someone is asking for my LinkedIn. I just dropped it there. We have less than 10 minutes to go. We've been here for 2 hours. I want to say thank you, my brother, for doing this for us. We were going to talk about other opportunities, but the explanation was so detailed, and I hope, please, put some comments in and appreciate our brother and
Thank
Mr.
you, everyone.
Abdurrahman
Thank you.
that has come to help us explain these things further. Please show some appreciation to them. They've taken out of their time to come and do this for us. I'm just trying to catch as a couple of more questions before we go. Can a dependent apply? It depends on the condition, I would say. It depends on who is the main applicant, who is the dependent. If the dependent has the opportunity, has the qualification, I don't see any reason why they cannot apply. But what do you think, Mr. Akin?
Well, it depends on your status, just like Mr. Toiba said. If your main applicant is a student and as a dependent, well, you might want to probably apply so that you guys can switch roles and they become your dependent. But of course, just start with having the meeting up with the requirement first. And if that is settled, I think someone is even asking that they are a dependent here, that they tick all the boxes for physics. Yeah, I think that will be fine. If they're able to do that,
Fire on.
they can just put in for it.
Oh, wow. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. And I hope we found this session beneficial. And I'm so happy, I mean, Mr. Akin was here, Mr. Abdurrahman. These are people, like I said, I have not met them. We've just been chatting. I've not even met Mr. Abdurrahman before. But Mr. Akin said he's going to invite some people to join. I said, please go ahead, invite them. The more we are here, nobody knows it all. And particularly, they have been through the system. They understand it. I just put the information out there. I've checked it as much as I could check it. I see that it's valid. I know a lot of people that have achieved it. Let us share it with our people. And he has come, spent 2 hours out of his. We've been saying we are going to do this for God, how many months now? And
Over
when
a year.
for over a year. And when the information came in again in October 7th, he messaged me straight away. He was like, this thing is available. It looks like it's happening this year again. I said, let us gather our people and share the information. So I'm deeply grateful for the kind of person he is, the same spirit of sharing information. I think we've covered most of the questions that are here. I'm looking through it, and it is pretty much things that we have covered. Okay. So please just hang on YouTube. Hopefully by the end of the weekend, I will have uploaded the videos, and then you can catch up on the recording, and all the links will be in the comment section on YouTube as well. And if there are any other things, I will definitely continue to share. If
Okay,
one,
for some
okay,
people are asking for my LinkedIn profile. I'll be glad to share that.
yes, you can drop it in the chat, please.
Okay.
Yes, please drop it in the chat so our people can follow you.
Then my email address too. I just hope
Yes.
I'll be able to attend to whatever loads of information that will be required.
Oh, no worries at all. No worries, please. I mean, it's subject to your availability, but I mean, we really appreciate what you have done for us today. 2 hours is a lot in in the UK, Friday evening, and you've decided to be with us and share as much information as possible. As a maths teacher with over 14 years of teaching experience, can I apply for physics? What do you think, sir?
Can you teach physics, sir? If you are able to teach physics, your personal statement should be able to attest to that fact. And I want to believe they're going to test you on that. And if they see that you are willing, they might probably recommend you for SKE. But really, the physics here is, I think it's a bit different, because imagine you teaching an SS1 student physics in Nigeria, And imagine teaching year 7, which is equivalent to GS1 physics, because they start physics, chemistry, all those sciences right from year 1 here.
Mm.
So just look at those possibilities. So a good thing is, if they are convinced that you can teach, they can probably recommend you for SKE, 24 months, 24 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever the time they have at hand.
Okay, someone is asking what subject are you teaching?
I'm teaching French.
You're teaching French. Tu parles français?
Oui, je parle français, vous?
Très bien. When I go to France and I can't speak their language, I'll tell them to take the photo for me because I normally go solo sometimes. They'll take the photo and they'll be like, c'est bon? I'll be like, it's
bon.
bon. Everything is bon.
Everywhere
Bon.
clear.
Amazing, amazing. And that is the French that we used to ridicule when we were in secondary school.
Abio.
God of mercy. Oh my gosh. This life, honestly. Do we need a statement of comparability on our degree and GCSE when applying?
That is dependent on schools. Some schools will not ask you to do it. And in all of this, sorry to sound a bit religious, please pray. Pray for God's favor. That's just it. Some of these people can really frustrate you.
Okay. All right. Someone is asking for my YouTube. Just put my name on YouTube. I shared it not long ago. Once you put my name on it, you'll be able to find. One second. You'll be able to find all the videos there. And all the videos that I've done in the past as well, honestly, they are not videos that you should not watch. There was a session we did last year where we had so many professionals in different industry. They came to talk about how to get in and things like that. There is no waste of time in any videos that I put out there. Please take your time and watch it. They are there to help us. Would there be another meeting to speak about opportunities in another country? I will do another session like that as well. Or we can even do that in the community when we set up the community and we are able to answer questions and support each other more. I know it is hard, but these things are very, very possible. And God will help us. I think we will leave it there at now. We are just 1 minute to go. Mr. Akin, thank you so much. Mr. Abdurrahman, if you are still there, Dr. Abdurrahman, thank you. And thank you to everyone that has stayed up until now. We really, really appreciate you. And hopefully you have found this session worthwhile. And if there are any more information, be sure, stick on any of my handles, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. I will be putting them out as I am seeing them. We are really blessed to have you here, Mr. Akin and Mr. Abdurrahman.
Thank you very much for having me, Mr. Toyib. Thank you for all that you do for humanity. We see your good work everywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Amen. Thank you, everybody. I will see you soon. Probably from tomorrow as well. We start shooting content again. But once this video is ready, I'll send it out. Thank you for joining. It's not easy. We've been here for 2 hours, and I hope you found it worthwhile. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Adios.
Bye. Adios.